Hello friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I am so excited you're here with me for my last day of the Uniquely Vellum card class. We are going to be using this Birthday Piggy stamp set today, and we are using this fun Rays of Light background stamp. And we've got some vellum here already cut in our Stampin' Stamparatus. Sorry, the name of it lost me there for a second, but I wanted to show you a trick really quick. What we're going to do is we're going to emboss on this, but in order to do that, we need to use our anti-static powder tool. This comes in that embossing accessories kit that I talked about. FYI, I have all the supplies listed for all of these cards over on my blog. There's a link below every video that says measurements and supplies. If you click that link, it's going to take you right to my blog with all that information. Okay, I've run my anti-static powder tool over the top of this. Now we're going to flip it upside down onto the stamp. Why are we doing this? Because we want to make sure this is lined up on the stamp. Then we're going to hold on to it like this and close the lid. Okay, and then just lift right back up. And our vellum is exactly where it needs to be to get an impression. Just don't, have your fan blowing when you're doing this technique. Now we're going to take our Versamark ink and we are going to cover this stamp with Versamark ink. Now I've talked about that embossing accessories kit a little bit, and you're going to see it in full action today. We're going to close this lid, and we are not worrying about perfect impressions, okay? Because when you're embossing on vellum and when you're embossing with a big stamp like this, you're not going to always be guaranteed a perfect image. It's going to pull that back up, and now you can see it's stuck on here. So we can take our finger and we can just rub it all over this vellum. And because vellum is see-through, we can see that it is getting an impression. We'll peel this off, and then let me grab my, oh no, where is it at? There it is. So this is the tray that comes in the embossing kit, okay? And then you get this cool brush as well. And then there's the anti-static powder tool. And then you also get these fantastic tweezers, which we're about to use. So I'm going to take these tweezers and I'm going to try to grab in an area that's not embossed. Or excuse me, that's not, doesn't have Versamark on it, as best as I can. I'm going to bring in my white embossing powder. And I am just going to start covering. In fact, you know what? We don't even need to use, we can just do this and be real crazy. Okay, we're just gonna cover this whole thing. And because we have this handy tray, we don't have to worry about a mess. Okay, so we're being very careful here. Look at how cool this is. Such a cool finished product. So now I'm just going to go heat emboss this, and then I'll show you how to get rid of this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I'm back. That took a little bit. So everything's all heat embossed, and it turned out absolutely stunning. If you flip it over, you even have a different look. So this is more muted looking, and you're not getting that glossy look. So you have options. You could use this on either side, and it's going to give you a really cool, unique look. Actually see a couple spots here that I think I missed. I better hit those with my heat tool, and then we're going to assemble this. All right, before we assemble the card, I just wanted to show you this cool trick. So the bottom of this unscrews, and then you can just dump, you have it in. And then you've got this great brush that you can use to brush your embossing powder down and out. And of course you could take this and rinse it out in the sink as well. But I find that this works perfect and I don't have to do that step. So when you purchase the embossing add-on kit for $27 US. It comes with this tray, this brush, the embossing buddy, and these tweezers. So it's a really great deal, I think. Okay, so let's get this covered up and put away so we don't have any accidents. And we're gonna assemble this card. So this, oh, I've got embossing powder. Ugh, I hate the feel of that. This piece is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4 to make a regular top folding A2 size card. And then we are going to cover the entire thing with our vellum piece. But before we do that, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna do that now. So we're just gonna go in the center here and then along the areas that we heat embossed. Because remember, we're trying to hide our adhesive as we do this. Okay, so there's that. Such a cool look. I just love it. All right, and then we have a deckled edge rectangle here, and that will be die cut for you in the kit, so you don't have to worry about die cutting that. If you don't have the Rays of Light stamp set, you could either purchase it or you could use whatever background stamp you have that you would like to use. All right. So then we're going to quickly color this image in. We're going to use Pale Papaya for our little piggy. He's so cute. Okay. And then of course we have to use some Granny Apple Green. We're gonna just do that here, like this is grass. And then we'll probably add a little bit of green here in his confetti. Okay. And then for his little Vespa, we're going to use Poppy Parade. Because, I mean, isn't a Vespa just supposed to be red? They're just so cute. While I'm coloring, fun story, my cousin and I went to Italy together for a Stampin' Up! Incentive trip, which I need to say really quickly that only less than 1% of the company earns the incentive trip. Stampin' Up! Makes us say that, so I need to make sure I say that anytime I mention an incentive trip. It is Stampin' Up! Policy. So anyway, we go on the incentive trip. It was magical and amazing. And on the trip, we went to Italy, and there my cousin really wanted to ride a Vespa. And here's the thing. Once we got there, it was frightening. How quickly people drove and the traffic was frightening. So I told her, no way, I am not getting on one of those things with you. I am sorry. Love you forever, but not happening. So anyway, just a little funny story about Vespas. So I'm going to use Smoky Slate Light. Is this light? This is dark. No, it's light. To color these little areas here that would be kind of like a silver color. To me, they would be silver anyway. And I use Daffodil Delight for the lights. And I'm going to use Dark Smoky Slate for the wheels. You could use black, whatever suits your fancy. And just for super fun, I'm going to make the center of these red because I can. And then I'm going to make his seat Dark Smoky Slate. Because to me, his seat would be like a leather seat, nice and dark black or something. And then I want to use, you know what, I'm going to grab Tahitian Tide to just throw in some color, and then we'll go back to that Daffodil Delight here to throw in more color. And then I'm going to color his sign yellow too, I think, because why not? Just fun. And then this piece is going to go on this piece, but not before we add some of this twine from 3 Twine combo pack. Now this is Coastal Cabana, and there's 3 in here, and I think this is Mossy Meadow, and I want to say Garden Green, Pumpkin Pie, and Coastal Cabana. There you go. So we're going to add a little bit of this twine. Now this twine is new. It will be in the, I need some adhesive. It will be in the new catalog coming out January 5th, but I just thought it would be fun to go ahead and use it. So we will try to include it in your kit. Why are you going to try, Wendy? Well, because I can't order a bunch of it. I can only get so much of it. So if a whole bunch of you order from me, I might not have enough of this twine to include it in the kit for you. So if that happens, don't worry, we'll include some kind of twine. It just might not be this one, okay? So I just don't want you to be upset with me if for some reason we can't add this particular one. We'll add something though. It'll be either white or black or gray or something fun. So we're just using another glue dot there. And then we've got our little twine wrapped around our piece here. And we're gonna add it right here. So we're gonna add Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this. Of course, can we ever get away with making a card without using Stampin' Dimensionals? No. The answer is always no. It's very rare. Even when I make a 1-layer scene card, I usually pop the scene panel up on dimensionals on a card front. I don't know why, I just have to do that. Now, really quick, as we wrap up this card, I want to just remind you that first of all, I want to thank you. If you watched all 5 videos, thank you so much for being with us. I do want to remind you that you can get the project sheets for all of these cards over on my blog. There is no PDF for this class, but you've got the videos and you're going to get the free card kits when you place that $50 online order or more. The $50 online order does have to be placed by December 19th. This is when this video is coming out, is on December 19th. So if you're just now catching this, you can go back and watch the last 5 videos that I released. And you do have to place your order by December 19th in order to get these kits for free. Again, it's a $50 order before tax and shipping. And I know I keep saying that, and some of you are like, we got it. But I'm telling you, what happens is I have people who place the order and then they're upset they don't get the card kits. The other thing is we really, really, really have to have you use the host code. Please use the host code when you're placing your order. Number 1, that's what lets us know that you even want the card kits. Maybe you don't want the card kits and you just happen to be placing an order. So that's what we think when you place an order and don't use the host code. Here we're just going to stamp enjoy the ride because we're going to add this last little sentiment to the card. So make sure you use the host code. We put it on the screen on the videos, and it is on my blog. It is in my emails that I've been sending out, and it is linked down below the video. Oh, there's my trimmer. Okay, so we're just gonna cut this down just like we did on one of the other cards that I've shared. And so this is cute because it says happy, happy birthday. And then right here, we're going to have enjoy the ride. And you know what? I think I'm going to trim it even smaller. So it's just teeny tiny, which I don't know why, but I like a teeny tiny sentiment. It's just cute. All right. So let's get a little dimensional strip here. You know what? We'll just, I don't know. I have mini dimensionals, but I don't know where they are. Okay. We're just going to add that. And in his little confetti coming out of his Vespa, we have Enjoy the Ride. So let's share all 5 cards. So this was card number 5. And this was card number 4. And we have card number 3, number 2, and number 1. So if you want to get all 5 of these card kits in the mail, they will be unassembled, just kits. And you're also going to get a quarter of a pack of vellum when you do this class, because every one of these cards uses vellum. So your vellum will just come in a little pack and you'll have to cut it for your cards. But all the other pieces and parts will be cut for you. We'll include the ribbon and we'll include, you know, any other pieces. These little pieces here for your sentiments, we probably won't include those. You can just use a scrap piece of white cardstock, but you'll be able to make all of these cards when you place a $50 online order or more using that host code. Thank you so much for being here and being part of this class. We super appreciate it. We are not going to have any more classes the rest of December. This wraps up our card classes for the rest of 2022. We will be back with a new card class early January 2023. So if you want to get these card kits, make sure that you jump on that opportunity and get those, okay? All right, thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out with me, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.